Hello class and welcome to our sixth lecture series on microeconomics, and I am your instructor Jamal Haider. So we have a big announcement today that after discussing in the group that the majority agreed that we should have our midterm examination on 4th of November. Okay, so we agreed on that our midterm is going to be on 4th of November. Okay, regarding the paper pattern, we will be discussing it in our next class. Okay, so what kind of paper combination going to be, how much true false, how many, like this kind of stuff. I still didn't make that, but I think this week I'm going to be making that, and I also going to be discussing in our next class that okay, what kind of paper that we are conducting on as a midterm. But remember, we already discussed that the midterm is going to be 30% of your overall evaluation, right? So for those, or if you missed, we discussed that 30% midterm, 30% final, 30% assignment, and 10% class participation, attendance, and individual assignments, behavior is kind of stuff, right? So big event is coming on 4th of November, okay? So please be regular on your assignments as well, because I consider these are free marks for you, because I'm going to be a little bit lenient while checking the assignments, because okay, you are applying the concept to the assignment. So I'm going to be a little bit lenient, but I'm not going to be lenient on midterm and final. Okay, if some questions are like you attempted wrong or something, I'm going to help you out how to do that and to find out the correct answers. So I'm going to be lenient in assignment, but I'm not going to be lenient on midterm and final term. If answer is wrong, you lose marks in midterm and final. But if answer is wrong, you set the procedure right and all the stuff. So in assignments, I would be a lenient one. Okay. Okay. So a quick check. We were discussing chapter number 13, which is cost of production, and we talked about that. Okay, the firm's objective, there are many objectives, but economic objective is to maximize profit. And how we maximize profit? There are two ways to do that. One is you go through either increasing the revenue or either decreasing the cost or either both. And then we talk about that. Okay, then can we control the total revenue? Because total revenue consists of price and quantity, and quantity sold depends on consumer behavior, demand, and some other stuff. So it's not under your control. So 100% control, or major portion of controlling, you can influence, but you're gonna control the buyers, right? And then we talked about that the only option for us is to control our cost. Okay, then we talked about the behavior of the cost, and then we talked about first behavior of the cost with respect to decision making, and then we talked about two types of cost: implicit cost. And when we talk about cost with respect to decision, so we say that total opportunity cost, right? And then we talked about that total opportunity cost or total cost is equal to implicit cost and explicit cost. Okay, here we go. So what is implicit cost? The cost which do not include cash outflow, right? Or it is also called opportunity cost. What is explicit cost? Explicit cost is which include actual cash outflow, right? Okay, now answer this question. So John has decided to start his own lawn mowing business to purchase the movers and the trailer to transport the mover. John withdrew $1,000 from his saving accounts. which was earning 3% interest, right? 3% interest, and borrowed the additional 2,000 from the bank at the interest rate of 7%. Oh, my bad. Sorry. So what is John's opportunity cost of financial capital that has been invested in the business? I know you saw the C. So just trying to answer this question, how we can do that. So we know that what we are trying to find out, what's the John opportunity cost, which kind of opportunity total. If question is silent about total opportunity cost, it means if question is just mentioning opportunity cost, it means we are talking about implicit cost. But the question says total opportunity cost. It means implicit plus. So what is explicit? That he's actually paying. He borrowed 2,000, 7% he's paying. It means $140 he is paying every interest rate. That's it. 140, right? Okay. And then what is implicit cost? He withdrew 1,000 from his own saving account, which was earning 3%. So that revenue is lost. Lost revenue, lost opportunity, we call this opportunity cost. So this is 60 is, no, 30, right? 30, 3%, oh yeah, 30. The total 170. So this is how we come up with C. Answer is C. Right, guys? Okay, now understand this question. I think not understand, just answer this question. I think we are good to go with regard to implicit and explicit cost. So please do that. Let me read it. Samantha has been working for a law firm and earning an annual salary 80,000. She decides to open her own practice. Her annual expenses will include 15,000 for office rent, 3,000 for equipment, rent, 1,000 for supplies, 1,200 for utilities, 35,000 salary for a secretary or bookkeeping. Samantha will cover her startup expense by cashing in 20,000 certificate, which she was earning 500 annual interest. Assuming that there is no additional expense, Samantha total implicit cost would be, please answer this. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Meanwhile, for those who are watching the video, so I'm going to pause it so that you don't waste your 5 minutes. Okay, guys, so some says is C, majority says C, and one says it is A. So let's just talk about that. So right now she is earning how much? 80,000 salary. So she decides to open her own law practice firm. So she says, okay, her annual expense is going to be 15,000. So remember, this 15,000 is for she will pay or she will not pay. She will pay. It means this involves cash, right? How about the office rent? It involves cash? Yes. How about this supplies? She would pay from her own pocket? Yes. Cash outflow is there. How about this 1,200? She will pay. How about a salary to the secretary? She is not working for her own firm's secretary. She will pay. She will hire someone for bookkeeping or secretary, 35,000 as a salary, right? So how about this 20,000? The Samantha says she will cash out this 20,000 certificate. It means if she opens a business, so that 20,000 will not remain in bank, that she will be expensing to pay these kind of expenses, supplies, rent, utilities, right? It means how much she lose on this 20,000, this 500, right? So this is actual cash outflow. Yes. All of these are actual cash outflow. This is cash outflow. No. This is a lost income if she decides to open her business. So what she lose if she decides to open her business? Her current salary as well, 80,000. This is a cash outflow when she decides to open her own business. No, this is lost income, right? So we are finding implicit, not explicit. Explicit involve outflow of the cash. So all these are explicit. Implicit is that lost opportunity. So lost opportunity is 80,000 plus 500. Answer would be C. Gustavo, understand?
Yes. Yes.
Right? Okay. Good Piranan and good Mirko. You guessed the right answer. Okay. And then we talked about in our earlier class that, okay, the marginal product. And then we talked about that. What is the importance of this marginal product in order to understand that how much input we are increasing and how much output they are contributing to us. So if we just omit this marginal product, so we would be very happy because we employ more workers, our output is increasing, and we will be very happy. But look at the magic of marginal product, and then we realize that if we add one more unit, it means is adding to our total output, but he is not contributing as much as before. It means our marginal product is decreasing, right? So that worrying sign and also decisive sign that how much you need to employ workers, you decide, okay, how much new worker is going to add to my total output, right? So you decide whether to hire fifth worker or sixth worker or not, right? Okay. So we call this property in which we add one worker, but the addition to total output is increasing at decreasing rate. We call this diminishing marginal return. So we have a concept checker, that is, so by looking at this table, find out number one, what is the marginal product of fourth worker? If you add fourth worker, what will be your marginal product? So what is the formula for marginal product? Change in output, change in output divided by change in input or change in labor. So can you find out that? Fourth worker, if you add fourth worker, your marginal product would be